Morning guys, hope you're doing okay. You had a good sleep. Look at the Dixie on the 4 hour. We've got some resistance up here. That coincides with an order block. So as you can see, it had resistance. All you've got to do is look left on your chart and we've got some resistance there. You have to zoom out quite a way. But there was a resistance up here and it hit and we spiked above and we're back below. So I think potentially we could perhaps come back up there and test it. Potentially fall again, so we have to be careful. It's probably going to try and push higher but then have like technical resistance. So 96.20 is the level of interest, right? So you've got your Dixie and your trading views, so just use that. Crypto's looking good. This is the total cap. That's minus Bitcoin and Ethereum, and that's minus Bitcoin, Ethereum, and something else. So, but on the scheme of things, that it's looking quite bullish. We're green across all three. So I use this to check the altcoins. This is like the total, and this is obviously the ones excluding the main coins, the stable coins, I guess you could say. Yeah. So Ethereum just needs to catch up a little bit. Everything else is looking pretty green. Which is kind of interesting if the DIX is going to be rallying when the indices are going to rally. So this is what I was saying on the technical area, is that we might have like a decoupling where we could potentially see a strong USD and a strong indices, right? So, and then the FOMC, then the Dixie could dump. So I think we might gravitate up here and then fall. All right, so be careful. Remember, this is the dollar index, so euro weighted dollar index. Alright, so might be like a decoupling fundamental theme today, where these are running on fumes and this is going up to technical resistance and then potentially to fall. Okay, economic calendar, well, you probably are aware of the FOMC later. This is the press conference there. It's in 12 hours time, so it's a long way away. I'm not going to work for 12 hours today. I'm going to take a break. Just like dip it in and out and stuff. So obviously this is the key. We've got lots of stuff actually from Canada and the US prior to the FOMC. So bear that in mind. It's got lots of data and this is going to be absolutely crazy. So if you can be flat, do, and then maybe you can trade afterwards. Let's look at some charts. Okay, so we'll look at dollar CAD. That level is just simply from that support resistance there. We are a sell. They went long. See that tiny little move there. Here on that candle, they were buying. Yeah, this candle, these two candles, they decided to buy. So we fell. Now we're breaking that support. SOC above is 127.15. One below is 125.44. Monthly pivots there. So, you know, like I said yesterday, wait for the monthly pivot to break and then enter. Might as well do these, I guess. I won't make it a long one, I don't think. There's your monthly pivot, AU. SOC above is humongous, 71.80. On below is at 70.80. And there's your support here from that candle wick, so 70.90. So that's that. We are a sell, but however they're selling, so there's a mismatch. Alright, so maybe you want the two to agree. Dollar Swiss. Oh, come on. Monthly pivots there. Okay. SOC above is 92.10. One below is 90.80. They shorted it. So there's that big move up. And now they're going long. So if it comes up, it might mean they get a bit paid here. It might want to come up and get the stop loss cluster and then fall. Could come down to monthly pivot and then bounce. So that'll coincide with the Dixie, because remember we're probably going to go up to resistance and then fall. So maybe grab that slowly and then down to monthly pivot, or it could even come down there. It's going to be a very heavy day today. Could be massive moves to the downside on the dollar. It's a bit tricky. Pound. I'll talk about the bubbles as well actually. One above was close, 135.20. I thought that was going to get targeted actually. One below is 134.05. There's your monthly pivot. So GU is strong technically. We are a sell, and they sold it. So there's a mismatch. So yeah, keep your eye on your volume node as well. That's probably going to be a resistance. 135.30. Euro USD. Monthly pivots there. So this is obviously aiding the Dixie because of the euro weighted Dixie. One above is 113.15, 112.55. We are a sell, and they're selling it, so there's a mismatch. Dollar yen, and then we'll look at some cross gen. Dollar yen's there. One above is 114.15. One below is 113.60. Well, 50-50, we are actually just a buy, but it's so close to 50-50, and it's sideways as you can see, so very tricky. Perhaps entertain a buy above monthly pivot, but then you're going to hit the ADR high in 14 pips. So you can enter technically, but you're going to have resistance. And likewise with that Dixie chart, potentially up, and then boom, back down. So it's a bit tricky. NU. Oh yeah, it's going to talk about the bubbles. Remember now. So there's your monthly pivot, and there's your monthly support. SLC above is 67.10. One below is 66.50. 66.40 is your monthly support too, and then that's ADR low as well. So there's like a confluence. We are a sell, and they're selling ever so slightly. It's a tiny little move there, so that could indicate it comes up slightly. So yeah, I mean, we're getting a bit extreme as well. We want to try and avoid the 80% area. So I mean, we can still go to 80%, but we're getting near to extremes. EJ, we'll do a look at pound yen. Aussie yen. EJ, so there's your descending channels. So this is what I was saying about the yen. So I mean, we could potentially have this support. See how we bounced off monthly support, 128.57. There's 3 touches there on those candle wicks. We could do it again. We are a sell, and they're shorting it, so there's a mismatch, right? SLC below is 128.15, 129.20. Pound yen. And there's your monthly pivot there. So it's like GU, it's strong above monthly pivot. 154 on the dot, 152.75. We are buy, and well, they sold it. So that would probably agree with the high level, but it's just very slight. It's subtle sideways, but they sold it from that peak, so it's a bit tricky. AJ, and then I guess we'll just look at the bubbles, and then we'll see how we go. And I'm probably not going to be trading today, I think. Just going to take it easy. It's a bit of a casino today, I think. 82.10, so that's it, monthly pivot. 82.08, there's a confluence. SLC, ADR, and MP. Right, so if we go above all of them, well, we shouldn't actually breach ADR high. That should probably hold resistance. So it could potentially come up here, couldn't it? 60 pips away. So the one below is 81. We are a sell, so the fact that we're going up is a little bit naughty, but it can happen. So let's look at the bubbles. So the dollar's strongest and the Swiss franc is weakest, so just refer back to the dollar Swiss here. And obviously you want to keep an eye on your monthly pivot. If we're going to use the bubbles, then you just use your pivots, right? So you'd enter a monthly pivot, and you know you're doing okay. It's a 20 pip move there. So, you know, and then we probably maybe come up to get that, then back down again, like I say. So it's very tricky, and might just be worth sitting on your hands today, I think. Yeah, so euro is strong sell, and the dollar is strong buy with the yen and the pound. So the pound's been a bit of a pickle. Gold is also in a strong buy section as well. So bit of a mixed picture. I think I'd be happier if the pound was over here, but it's come over here, so I'd probably avoid the pound right now. Pound yen is going to be obviously very tricky with the proximity of the bubbles, so Hopefully it goes well today. You don't have to trade. You can just take it easy. Just then trade after the event or even tomorrow, and then that could be like the profitable move. Patience is key. So I'll speak to you guys soon and have a good day.